The EOS R6 announcement has been delayed until July, with availability expected in August or September. Today I have a brief update on the EOS R5. I also have an update on the Panasonic virtual press conference. Let's get into it.
Delivering informative capability-based reviews and tutorials on camera gear, filming techniques, and content creation.
Hi, I'm Simon and this is The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, please like and subscribe as it helps my channel grow. And all the links to everything I talk about in this video are in the description down below. Now, as I mentioned in the prologue, the R6 announcement is delayed until July and should be available to purchase in August or September. Now, we do have confirmation that the R5 is stated to be available in July. So that's good news. That's the update we get today, and thank you to Canon Rumors. We don't have an exact date for the announcement though, but I do believe it is going to take place in the same week that Photokina was supposed to take place. And I believe that Canon was going to announce it just before Photokina, like a day or two. So keep an eye on the dates of May the 18th to the 22nd. And another sign that we are close to the release, Nakashita reports that a Canon camera, and this is most likely the R5, has received Bluetooth certification. This is one of the final steps we get before we see a release. One more update before we get on to Panasonic. Canon has introduced a stop-motion upgrade, and it's $100. It increases the live view resolution from 1920 by 1080, and that's up from 960 by 640. The live view upgrade is only possible though when the camera is connected to the Dragon Frame stop-motion animation software. If you're not an animator, if you're not using the software, you can pretty much disregard this update. You're not going to get any benefits from it. But if you are an animator, having a large view will only help you. Well, it's going to help you in many ways. It's going to help you see details. It's going to stop you from second guessing, and it's going to avoid some of those frustrating moments. Also included is manual focus peaking. Now, for a little bit of the legalese, HDMI output is not available on the EOS R with this firmware installed. Display performance cannot be set. Manual focus peaking will not show up under the following conditions. So here we go. That's if you're using an EFS lens, or when multiple exposures are set, when cropping or aspect ratio is set to an option other than full, when the shooting screen is magnified, and when you're holding down the shutter button after shooting. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch the Panasonic virtual press conference myself. I was busy at work, and I'm only now recording this during my lunch break, so I have to be quick, so please forgive me if it's not completely polished. While I didn't catch the virtual press conference, I did catch the very end of it, or I catch the summary of it, and basically, there's no mirrorless camera teased at all from Panasonic today. This was purely focused on broadcast and cinema-related announcements. Not really a surprise. This is when, well, actually last week was when NAB 2020 was supposed to take place. We had an announcement from Canon, then we had Sony's announcement last week, and today we have Panasonic's, and like Sony, this announcement was focused purely on cinema and broadcast. And it was well done. They had some great technology there. It was well presented. That's pretty much all I have to say. There was absolutely nothing in terms of teasers regarding any mirrorless cameras such as the GH6 or the G9. Now, I did report a couple of days ago that we are supposed to be getting the GH6 this fall. I just wish we'd get a little bit more leaking. Canon, they seem to be owning the news cycle. They've given us 3 announcements so far, and we haven't even got the full specifications yet. So unfortunately, that's all we have from Panasonic today. Not really a surprise, and some of you called it saying, I don't really expect anything, but there was hope. Don't let this turn you off. And if you're a Sony fan or a Panasonic fan, don't let the lack of news turn you off. From my sources, I'm understanding that we are supposed to be getting some Sony Alpha cameras in the next couple of months, and we are going to get the GH6 later this fall. 2020 is going to be a great year for cameras, but unfortunately due to the current situations, dates of announcements and releasing of cameras is a little bit up in the air. But in Asia, things are starting to turn around. Manufacturing is getting back in gear. And as far as the EOS R5 goes, when that is available in July, I believe it's going to sell very, very well. And I think Canon is focusing on manufacturing that camera. It's getting priority over some of the other mirrorless and DSLR cameras. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. All equipment used and notes are placed in the description box, show more box, or down arrow thingy next to the title on the mobile app.